just about ready to go. And on the hill, Tobias Myers. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They could move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline.
Let's go Brewers.
Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
Now, just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
That's hard hit on the line. Chorio makes the catch. 1 down. Now we check out the Astros lineup. And Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with runners on base. So they need a player or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
And first offering is fouled off. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Here we go, Brewers. Here we go.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 out, base is empty.
Get hot, Milwaukee.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Fights it off. He'll see another.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Let's go. Put him away right here.
1-2 now. Altuve waits. Swings and misses. Struck him out. 2 down. Base is empty. Now it's going to be Isaac Paredes. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And another ball. 2 out, space is empty.
Here we go, Milwaukee.
And that is out of play. And that's too high. That one drilled left field and foul ball. Hard hit left side. Throw over to Bowers, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Astros are down quietly. Now it's the Brewers' turn. It's a scoreless ball game. Back after this on the show. And we're back. And the right-hander with the good curveball, Lance McCullers Jr. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
Jackson Chourio leading things off and takes a strike. Next pitch downstairs, and the count is 1-1. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Struck him out swinging. Slider got him for strike 3.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
That one missed.
2 balls, no strikes.
That missed by a lot. 3 balls, no strikes. That's a walk. Tried another knuckle curve, but it missed for ball 4.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
And now it's William Contreras. Lined, and that's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
2 on, 1 out. Here comes Christian Yelich. Ripped, but it curls foul. One out. Runners at first and second. And misses inside. And the next pitch is way outside.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Here comes the throw. Safe. In comes the run from second. On the board first, it's 1-0.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Rhys Hoskins to the plate. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got 1 run in. You got to try to get another 1 or maybe 2.
The 1-0. And the slider just misses.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
2 on, 1 out. And that is downstairs. And it's 3-0.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations. And right here with a middle-of-the-order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
Contreras, the lead runner out at second. Yelich over at first with one away. And that'll load the bases.
2 walks in the first has to be some cause for concern. I mean, you're talking about a guy you want to pitch deep into the ball game. It's not going to help with the pitch count right there. They can't afford to hand out free bases at this rate.
Now here's Jake Bauers.
Ball 1.
Skips in, and excellent work to corral that one. Could have been dangerous. Now 1-1.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Swing and a ground ball, and it gets by him. One runs in, and he beats it. He's safe.
That's 3 singles in a row. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Now it's the second baseman. In the air, left field. DeZenzo gets under it, and it's caught for the out. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. Someone who makes things happen for them, in part with his legs, Isaac Collins.
Well, Boog, he's a guy to watch because he capitalizes on the big situations as well as anyone. Hitting over 350 with runners in scoring position. And you know what that means? That means he's a key player for this offense because he can really drive them in when the team needs him the most. He's been clutch all year.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Okay, swing now. He had his mind made up. As soon as that ball left the hand of the pitcher, he was going to swing at it.
Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. Here's the throw to the plate. It's offline. The run comes in, and they lead by 4.
Picks himself up an RBI. The timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
First and second, 2 outs. Ortiz getting ready to hit. That one almost got him.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
It's 1-1.
That one to first. He takes it on his own. Inning ends, and that stops the bleeding. So 9 batters come to the plate. 4 of them score. We move to the second in Milwaukee. It's the Brewers 4 and the Astros nothing. New inning getting started. And now here is Christian Walker. One of the rare guys at first base that you almost think defense first. He is that good with the glove. You're talking about top of the list, elite defensive first baseman. Myers back to work. Off the mark there, and that's ball 1.
First basemen are involved in just about every single play. So when you have somebody so solid over there, you can breathe a little easier.
Missed with a changeup. And that's ball 2.
The other thing about an elite defensive first baseman like him, it just instills a ton of confidence in those guys playing third and short that have to make those long, tough throws at times. And he just handles them so well. So he really makes the entire infield better with his glove.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire, and out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
Next offering is in for a strike. You're not just talking about the ability to pick, Chris. One of the things about him, the range is impressive as he's able to go to his right and get to those balls in the hole. Line drive, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Yainer Diaz up next for the Astros, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. Fastball for a strike. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. And it's even up. And that one upstairs. Liner snagged it first. Dives for the bag. Got him. Double play. Zach DeZenzo up next for the Astros. That's in for a strike.
Ball.
Out to center. Chorio settles under it. And that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's the leadoff man for the Brewers, Jackson Chorio. That one ran inside, almost got him.
Ball.
Ed Drummond, our umpire behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Boogie's a really fair umpire, both the pitchers and the hitters. So standard strike zone, he's consistent with it. And the great thing is you don't see players question the calls too much. So that's a good thing in this day and age.
And that's downstairs and outside. Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strength. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle.
As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all four guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. McCullers winds, fires. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
So a man aboard, Isaac Collins, up now for the Brewers. The walk and a run scored his first time.
Let's go, Milwaukee.
That catches the top part of the zone. Strike one. Collins getting the start in right. 27 years old, and he was a 9th-round draft pick back in 2019. Chorio aboard here at first with nobody out. That one not close.
2 strikes.
1-2 to count. That's down and in. McCullers a move to first, and he's back in there. And they'll do it again. Nobody out, runner at first. Foul tip into the mitt, struck him out.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
William Contreras digs in now. 1 for 1 with a single so far. On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. Swinging a foul straight back.
You got this, Milwaukee.
Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. To third, tag, got him.
Oh, that was a great throw from right to cut him down, trying to go first to third, and such an exciting play, and it was tough to tell if he tried to push it on his own or if the base coach was waving him around. But with the ball behind you, that's when you have to rely on your coach to have a good feel for the play, and right there, it just didn't work out for him.
And now it'll be Christian Yelich, singled and scored his first time. And takes low for ball one. And that's in for a strike.
1-1.
There's a swing and a drive. That's back. That's down. One hops off the wall. Coming home. Now a relay to the plate, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
Back here in Milwaukee, all set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for the Astros, Jake Myers. That one's in there, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
Fastball is outside. Next offering is in for a strike. And there's a ball.
2-2 the count.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Comes the 2-2. Just off the inside edge.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Cam Smith, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Fought off foul. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
2 strikes.
Come on, Brewers.
In the air, right side. Collins hauls it in, 2 away.
The second baseman, Mauricio.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the second baseman, Mauricio Dubon.
All right, Milwaukee.
Line to left. Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. And he's in there standing up with a 2-out double.
Everything came together for him. He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his bat through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
So next up for Houston, Jeremy Pena. 0 for 1 so far. Right through there for a strike. Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3.
Here we go, Brewers.
And now the count is even. Man at second. That's too low. And it's 2-1. That's through there for a strike. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Man on second, 2 down. 3-2 now. Jose Altuve getting on deck circle. (3-2) and a foul ball. He stays alive. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Right side, and that chance handled. Throws to first in time, and that is the inning. 1 left for Houston. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Back here at American Family Field as we go to the last of the third. And now the DH, Rhys Hoskins. And that
0-1, no
skips in the
strike.
dirt.
Well, he's back out here for the third, and after the first couple of innings, pretty rough. I think the skipper's looking for him to give him a little bit of length, see if he can save the bullpen some. 2-0 count,
no
great
strike.
hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
And that one clips the corner.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
The
That's
2-1
ball
is
three.
high.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And that clips the inside corner.
We got a full count.
Got him swinging. And here is Jake Bauers. He drove in 2 with a single his first time out. And there's the strike. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
0-2.
Let's do this, Brewers.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Now it's the second baseman. Fly to left his first time. And a strike. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
No balls, 2
He
strikes.
finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Brewers go down quietly, but they're in front 4-0. On to the fourth. Now it's the DH, Jose Altuve.
Altuve always seems to be setting records or reaching milestones, Boog. In 2023, he became the fastest player to reach 2,000 career hits, 200 home runs, and 200 stolen bases in MLB history.
First pitch, not close. Fastball for a strike. A little bit low.
0-2.
Next
Ball, that's
offering is down low.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
You can do it. All right, let's win, Brewers.
Next offering is in for a strike.
I got 3 and 2.
Swing and a ball driven out to center. That's back there. Tattooed to Tatertown and gone. Home run number 5 on the season, and they're chipping away. It's 4-1.
That home run narrows the gap between these two. This one isn't over yet. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Isaac Paredes up next for the Astros. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Top half of inning number 4. That
Nope,
one misses,
ball one.
and that's ball 1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
That's out to center field. Hauls it in for the out.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
And now it's Christian Walker. A single his first time. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. One down, base is empty. Slice down the right side. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Swing and a foul out of play. Two outs. And it's 1-1. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Smoked on the ground a second. Throw over to Bowers. Out number 3. Jose Altuve goes yard for the Astros. It's now a 4-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And we're back. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Vinny Capra.
Get hot, Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
A little bit low.
Nope, that's down.
And that is ball 1. Swing and a miss at a slider.
All
One ball,
sliders so
2
far
strikes.
in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Tosses to first. And one gone to the 4th as they get the leadoff man.
The batter, number 3, shortstop,
Joseph Ortiz up now for the Brewers. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And
That's
that
a ball.
misses. 1-0.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range. And close holes that, are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
There's a swing and a miss.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2. Next for the Brewers, Jackson Chourio. He is struck out, and he is walked. Here's a high chopper. Pena fires to first on the run. In time. Got him. Gone in order are the Brewers, but they lead it 4-1. We go to the top of the 5th. Now the left fielder, Zach DeZenzo. Myers back to work. Into center. That gets down for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Waste no time there. These days, most outfielders play pretty deep, and I'm not sure if that was a factor there or not, but off the bat, you're thinking it's going to be a pop-out, and it just kind of nestled into that spot where no one was able to get to it.
Next to hit, Jake Myers. Foul ball there.
Well, these Astros, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. 0 walks so far, which, of course, indicates good pitching as well, but there have been plenty of times where they've chased outside of the strike zone.
In the air to left center. And makes the grab. 1 away.
I just think the lack of drawing any walks is an indication that they need to be a little more selective and less anxious about forcing something to happen.
Cam Smith up next for the Astros. He's 0 for 1. Smith in his rookie season, 22 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. That's a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. In the dirt. To second, but way too late. Safe there. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Well, that right there erases the chance at the inning-ending double play. So good job on the bases to move up on the wild pitch. Changes the outlook of the inning in a pretty big way.
Struck him out. 2-2 now. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Two on the way. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Sit him down.
Ground ball up the middle. Slides for the stop. Fires to first. And very nicely done for the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
Here's Mauricio Dubon. Doubled in his first AB. Pulls that one foul. DeZenzo on third with 2 out. Fouled off. He was late. That misses the zone. Now 1-2.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. And a 1-2. On the ground to third. That's a base hit. Run scores.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros. 0 for 2 in this one. The shortstop takes the ball.
Counts 1-0.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Ground ball left side. Ortiz fires across the diamond, and that'll do it. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 4-2. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Hunter Brown.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Isaac Collins now at the plate. A strikeout and a walk. There's a sinker at the knees for a strike.
Well, these Brewers putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
The 0-2. And ball 1. And that one is in the dirt. And the count's even at 2. Outside with a breaking ball.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swings and sends a rocket to right. Smith hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting the catcher, William.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. William Contreras. He's 2 for 2. And that one in the air center field. Myers has a beat on it. Makes the grab for the second out.
The left fielder, number 22, Christian.
2 down, bases empty. And now it's Christian Yelich. First pitch misses. Activity in the bullpen for Houston. Brian King getting ready to go. Valdez getting loose as well. Right through there for a strike. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. off the mark there. Now 2-2.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a two-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpire
Slides, but he can't come up with it.
Now batting, the designated
2 outs, runner at first. Next is the designated hitter, Rhys Hoskins. Check on the runner. Yelich dives back in. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Two outs. That misses.
Whoa, that's down.
It's a ball and 2 strikes. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Oh, he gloves it. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out.
making it look easy at the keystone position. Definitely worth another look. He'll get some high fives when he gets into the dugout.
We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, number 39, hasn't pitched in the last 3 days.
Number 39.
Jose Altuve up to hit here. He's already homered in this game. First offering, and it just misses. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Grant Anderson, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Koenig, the lefty, warming up as well. Not even close there. And the count now 2-0.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Just off the inside edge. Next offering is in for a strike. Fastball for a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Oh, what a stop. To his knee, the throw, and he can't come up with it.
Well, this is unfortunate because it looked like it was going to be an awesome play, something we see on the highlights tonight and tomorrow. But you have to applaud the effort on the stop. And if you don't take care of the throw, it goes from a wow moment to one you regret really quick.
Now the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. With the tying run at the plate, and we're the top half of the 6th. On the ground right side, and that's just foul.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Next one is off the play, and the count 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. The belt and fires. Outside. 2-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
And it remains 2-2.
These first two hitters really making him work out there. Already 14 pitches this inning.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And now the first baseman, Christian Walker, 1 for 2.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Ripped on a line, and that's a base hit. And that forces the runner to hold on at second. 2 on with 1 away.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
And here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Brings it in. And there are 2 down. And here is Zach DeZenzo. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
Right through there for a strike. Right side. Drops into the glove, and that's the 3rd out. So a hit and an error in the inning, but they aren't able to score. 6, 7, 8 due in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Brewers 4 and the Astros 2. Back here in Milwaukee, and here's the first baseman, Jake Bauers. Ground ball, Walker. He'll do it himself, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Second baseman, Kayla Yervin.
Here's the second baseman.
You got this, Milwaukee.
Bunting for a hit, and a foul ball. Just missed. The Astros have some action in their pen. Brian King up and throwing. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And there's 2 down.
Well, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Just missed. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Started after the 1-2 pitch, appeal to first, and he went around. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the inning. Nobody left for Milwaukee, but they still lead this one 4-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the 7th, and stepping in for the Astros, Jake Myers. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0.
Let's go Brewers.
This one in the air, right field. Collins makes the play, and there's one away.
The bat, the right fielder.
So up next, Cam Smith.
Here we go, Brewers. Here we go.
And he takes a strike. The Astros down by a pair here in the top half of inning number 7. Gets under it and pops it up. As this one sized up. Brings it in. And a couple of quick outs.
Now back, second base, Mauricio Dubon.
And next to hit for Houston, Mauricio Dubon. Foul ball. Line drive, knocks it down. No throw. He's in safely, and now there's a runner at first.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
And now, Jeremy Pena off the plate inside. Ball 1. Dubon off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss. And it's a ball and a strike.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
And that one is inside.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. The tying run at the plate. Fights it off, he'll see another. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. And here comes the Brewers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Number 39 done for the night. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Grant Anderson gets the ball now.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Jose Altuve steps up in a big spot here. He's already homered here in this one. Check swing called strike. That's strike 1. Two on, 2 outs. Hit on the ground to the right side. Down the line, and it's foul.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
that one down the line, and that's a fair ball. Coming home. One run's in, and they hold the runner at third. Potential tying run 90 feet away now.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
So digging in, Isaac Paredes. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And the first offering is not close. Just missed.
2-0.
Two outs. And that's a little bit high. And that's ball 3.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
And that one fouled off. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. And they're all loaded up.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way on.
Big spot late in this one, and here's Christian Walker. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. So they're all loaded up with 2 outs. Goes down looking.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Brian Abreu.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
Stepping in, Joseph Ortiz has grounded out a couple of times. That clips the corner. The shortstop takes the ball. Next offering is downstairs.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Next pitch is outside. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Slice to right and foul ball. In the air, right field. Smith in position, squeezes it, and there's one down.
Now batting, the center fielder.
And now the center fielder, Jackson Chourio. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
Oh, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
This one popped up, corrals it, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee, and it remains a 4-3 game.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jared Koenig. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. And now it's going to be Yainer Diaz. 0 for 3 in this one. Right through there for a strike. And fouled off. Looking to get the tying run on base. Curve in the dirt.
2 strikes.
And a good eye there.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1, any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Now at the plate, Zach DeZenzo. Check swing, and he went. And that's strike 1.
0-1's the count. Ball.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
1 down. Jake Myers up next for the Astros. Late with the swing there.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
No, he's really working that inside corner with the cutter. I tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
That's outside. And the count 1-2. With the tying run on at first, and we're in the top of the 8th. Just misses the mark outside the zone. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Collins snags it for the second out.
Now back, the right fielder, Cam Smith.
And now the right fielder, Cam Smith.
Let's do this, Brewers.
On the ground to the left, Ortiz. And that is that. So the Astros lead one, still down a run. It's 4-3.
Now pitching for
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth, Taylor Scott.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
3, 4, 5 due up for the home team. William Contreras getting ready to hit, known for his late inning heroics. He was late there, strike one.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Not
One
close
ball,
with that
2
one,
strikes.
and the count is 1-2.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just to waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Tap back to the mound. Tosses to first. One gone to the bottom of the eighth.
now batting, left fielder, Christian Yelich.
Here's Yelich at the dish. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. There's a strike. Activity in the Houston bullpen. Ryan King, the lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Okert warming up as well. One down, base is empty. And that's off the inside edge. And now it's even 1-1. And he hits a ground ball right side, and that goes foul. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And a base hit.
Now batting, the designated
And the batter now is Rhys Hoskins.
Hoskins.
Hoskins pushes it foul. Scott goes 6 feet 3 inches. He features a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, a slider, and he works in a sinker. There goes the runner. There's a ball. Throw there. Safe.
Here's what I think the manager's thinking right now. Today, we're not driving the ball. It's hard to get extra base hits. We've got to make something happen to get a runner in a scoring position. That stolen base, excellent call. Now, all it takes is perhaps a single to put a run on the board.
One out and a runner at second. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. This one smoked out to left. That's a base hit. Yelich crosses the plate. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Well, it was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
And now, Jake Bauers. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
And that one lifted in the air center field. Myers under it. They got it for out number 2.
Up next for the Brewers, the second baseman, Kayla.
So man aboard. Now it's the second baseman. On the ground. And that's a fair ball. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Now batting the third baseman.
Here's the third baseman, Vinny Capra. And a foul ball. Two on, 2 outs. A little out front there as he swings through it.
0-2 is the count.
Caught him looking for the K. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. Last chance coming up here for the Astros.
Now pitching for
We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Trevor McGill.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Mauricio Dubon digs in now. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. Up and in, and that's ball 1.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
The 1-0. Just missed.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
Close one doesn't get the call. 3-0. That one at triple digits. And that's ball 4.
that's a ball.
And that'll
Take
bring
the
the
bait.
tying run to the plate.
They're not ready to go home quite yet.
the bat.
Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros. That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
With the tying run at the plate, here at the top of the ninth. Up the middle, and that one handled. He flips it to second in time. On to first, safe. So they get one, but a really nice try there. He's 2 outs away. Jose Altuve up next for the Astros. Late swing fouled off. Tying run at the plate. Misses outside, and a count even 1-1. And that one almost got him.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pump and gas.
Line drive, and this might be trouble. Around second is Pena. Runner around third. He'll score easily. Well, he delivers in a huge spot right there.
Well, he's so dialed in. I don't think he even realizes how much pressure exists out there. Very easy swing, nice and relaxed. This is the type of approach you want to see guys take in this situation.
Looks like we've got a substitution at second. Astros going with a pinch runner, Chas McCormick. One out, runner at second. Paredes, the next to hit. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit, it's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
So the tying run at second. Fly ball center field. Chorio. And there's two down. So it's their last chance in this one. Christian Walker will hit next. Trying to deliver as the hero. Ball one, no strikes. And another ball.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Off the plate inside, 3-1 now. Yainer Diaz in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
This could end it. Got him swinging for the K. And that ends the ball game. The tying run left stranded at second.
Well, this turned out to be an exciting, very well-played game. Always feels great when you can take the lead in the eighth at home. Come out in the ninth, the crowd will be behind that pitcher as he tries to get those final 3 outs. Everybody goes home happy with a win like this.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.